Please check out our other videos and remember to click on the subscribe button and tap on the bell icon so you get notifications each time we upload another video.
Electric bikes are becoming ever popular with commuters due to their cheap running costs and reliability. However, the fun factor has been a difficult nut to crack, as fun electric bikes are generally very expensive. Enter the Artisan Kollter. Cheap, great range, and it sounds like a rocket. Something many bikers complain of: no noise. None of that here. There is zero chance of you going unnoticed on this unless you creep around at a snail's pace, but surprisingly, what you're hearing here doesn't transmit to your eardrums. Nevertheless, you feel like you're riding a proper motorbike.
Hello and welcome to a very, very windy episode. Now, I'm doing this with my GoPro in my hand because the wind has been absolutely horrific and I couldn't get any viable sound. So I'm just praying that this comes through. So welcome to fantastic Artisan Kollter. I've been waiting for this bike for a little while now. I got a wind of it about 6 months ago. The coronavirus has slowed things down obviously, but it's here now and I am well impressed. It's been excellent so far. So let me give you a quick scoop on what it does and what it's got. Okay, the batteries are in here under the seat, both removable. I'll show you that in a second. It's not the easiest, but you can get them out. You can have this on an off-road setup with full knob blades front and rear, but this is on road tyres. I think that's going to be a 120 on the back. Yeah, 120 70/17, probably a 110 on the front. Yeah, 110 70/17 on the front as well. So we're full disc on the front, twin line. Just there you can see, nice big disc. You've got, let's come out to the rear. Look at that disc, I think that's amazing. That is funky. So rear disc as well, single line on the back. Brakes are brilliant, no problem with stopping at all. So, but it's more the finish of the bike. It's really clean, it's kind of minimalistic. I'm liking the styling here as well, the little red trim around the outside of the rim, and that also comes onto the adjustable shocker, and that carries on over to the front as well. The styling, I'm absolutely on board with. I think it's absolutely fantastic. Really, really am impressed. So, let's have a look in there. Rear suspension, fully adjustable. You've got your valve there so you can get some gas in as well. Come around to the top, you can set the ride on the front there too. Rear pegs, so for 2 passengers. If I pop the key in there, so under the seat there, just take that off and pop that on the floor, just pick you back up. So there are your batteries. Now this is a little toolkit there as well. This is not small. This is one battery module. It's not the smallest, but very easy to disconnect. You just twist these and out they come. No problem at all. And that is the sort of size that you're looking at. So one there, and then we also have another one down here. Now I'm not going to take that out because it is quite in there. You can ride these on a single battery, but it does reduce obviously the range and it does reduce the power, I'm told. In terms of weight, I'm going to say about 6 or 7 kilos. So yeah, I could carry that up the stairs, no worries, if I lived in a flat or something like that. So not too bad. So right, let's pop it back in. Let's see how easy this is. So one there. So all you do with these is just push them on. So they go this way, and it literally is just push down. That's it, it's locked in. So same for this one. Push down, click, done. So, and that's it, it's in. Actually, that was really easy. I think with a bit of practice, you could have that down to no time at all. Okay, let's chuck the toolkit back in. That lives in there. And then on the seat, you look there. These locate behind the battery and hold it down. Sorry, they locate at the side, and then there's a little lip at the back to stop this moving around. So it's well and truly in there, and you simply push in like that. That's it, it's in, locked, and that's a good feel. Yeah. So one thing I have really struggled with is the indicators. self-cancelling would have been brilliant, but actually here, it's easy to go across. Like the spring detent isn't quite strong enough, but actually just to push off would have been great. So flick on, push off. I would have liked that, but it's one of those. And also, if you come this side where you flick the high beam here, sorry, you flick the lights on there. This is your sport, drive and eco mode. Eco really restricts it. It's quite slow on eco. Drive is just fine, and then sport gives you the full beans. So I've been riding it in sport, but I've also been flicking the hazards on by accident. And in bright sunlight, it's almost impossible to read the indicators being on there. At night time, no problem at all, but in bright sunlight, which we've got some of today, it's not the best. So yeah, that could be a little bit, I don't know, like again, the spring resistance isn't quite enough there for me. So charging, oh, hit that, under here, there you go, that's your charging plug. So quite simple. Now the charger isn't the smallest, I'm going to show you now, there it is. So now I don't think you're going to carry this around with you, it's a pretty big old unit. Obviously this goes in your 3-pin plug, and this little device, you simply push on there, push down, and that's it, it's on. I like that. I like the way that they lock in. It's kind of idiot proof. The beauty about this is the power of the actual unit itself. So they're saying from 0 to 100% using this 4 hours. Now this does get quite warm, this fan kicks in, and but it does charge very, very quickly. So you're probably adding about 15 to 20 miles an hour. The range is about 70 miles, and I think that's viable. I've done about 30 so far, and I'm down to about 70%, so maybe a little bit less, maybe 65. So yeah, that seems right, and that's in sport, and that's me riding it properly. But this really means that this is both batteries as well, not one battery. Both batteries charged in 4 hours. How good is that? That is very, very quick, considering this isn't any kind of rapid charging. This is just a standard 3-pin plug. So, well impressed. Something else, I wasn't too sure, but the headlight, this DRL, it actually pulses. I mean, that is cool as ice. Well impressed by that. Didn't even know, noticed it by accident. I thought there was something wrong with it. No, just pulsing LED. So, LED headlight, on and off, and LED high beam, as you'd expect. And I should have, I can get my fingers on it. No, got the wrong side. LED indicators. Yeah, and that's the same front and rear. So yeah. The other thing I've noticed is, when I've been riding, is, bearing in mind it's an electric bike, it's not that quiet. And that's because it's running a pretty standard chain and sprocket. I'll just come down here and show you. See, there's front sprockets behind there. And come down to the rear. You can see there. And that's, yeah, it's got a noise to it. It has got a noise to it, which I don't mind. I've ridden quite a few electric bikes, and some of them have been really noisy. So, okay, so I suppose the only thing really I've got left to do is get out on the road and ride it. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to pop you on my helmet and go for a spin.
And just before I do, I want to show you the instrument cluster, the keyless start, and how the Kollter looks and performs at night, something often overlooked. Hi folks. Okay, so pretty dark. I don't know if you're going to be able to see much. 11 o'clock at night, it's the only way I can really demonstrate the LEDs on the bike. So if you see that is the pulsing DRL. Now what I've realised is that pulses when the side stand is down. So that's a nice little touch. Didn't realise that, but yeah, very, very nice. Okay, so if I come around and shoot the display, that's the display at night. So you can see what that looks like. Now this is a bit distracting.
This is if I turn the headlights on, the headlight rather, and then turn the high beam on, that is actually a lot brighter than it looks. A bit too bright, and when you look at it, it sort of gets into your eyes a little bit. It takes your eyes a second to readjust. If I look up, you can see the headlight there. I don't know how that's going to come out on this, but to me it's fantastic, and you can see the high beam shooting away in the distance there. And then I just want to show you the lighting on the back. So you can see there's a rear LED and number plate light, incandescent, the only incandescent bulb on there. And then if I don't know if I can do both at the same time, there's your brake light, and then hazards. So it just demonstrates just how good LEDs are. They're absolutely marvellous. And then again, that's your front. God, that's bright. LED. Now you should be able to appreciate from that what it's like to ride it at night. Now, down there is a track. I'm going to ride it down there a little way, not too far, and just show you what it's like at night. So I'll strap the GoPro to the top of my helmet and show you just how good it is, and then back out on the road as well. So, okay.
Unfortunately, even with my camera set for night mode, it wouldn't quite portray the full effect of the LED headlights, which I can tell you are absolutely excellent. Even on these dark tracks with zero ambient light, visibility was no issue at all.
Just gives you a really good demonstration of how good the light is. Slow down for this bit, it's a little bit tight. But there's loads of torque. The good thing is, not disturbing anybody. We'll do a little bit back out on the road. I don't know how the sound's going to come through. This is another demonstration of the agility of this bike. The only thing that I did find a bit disappointing is you have to use all the control on the throttle. Now the throttle is sensitive, it's good, it works well, but you can't use the throttle and the brake at the same time, which is a bit, oh there you go, leg down, which is a bit of a frustration, because part of riding a bike to keep control is to slip the clutch, or in this case slip the throttle against the brake. So but like I say, the throttle is quite sensitive, and you can get good control with it. So as you can see here, as you can see there, so I'm riding it keyless. Switch off and switch back on again. Set where I want to be. Okay, side stands up. Let's go.
I managed a total of 60 miles on the Kollter, on-road, off-road, day and night, and I can say confidently that of all Artisan's electric bikes, this one is now my favourite, previously the Horwin CR6. Although its top speed is limited to 60 miles an hour, it gets there quickly, giving a nice buzz as the power flows. All that said, it stops equally as well, whether on the friction brakes or utilising kinetic energy regeneration. But what sold it for me was the handling. From the off, I was able to chuck this through the twisters without any worries of going sideways. Directional stability is great, and it gives you the feedback you need and the confidence you want. All in all, this is a great little package, and with an on-the-road price of £4,687, it's one of the cheapest electric bikes that's learner legal and has this range. I've made a point of comparing against the learner legal Zeros, and you should too. You'll quite literally save thousands of pounds. Again, this will be available to test ride and purchase shortly from Artisan Electric. Go to their website, register your interest, and they'll be in touch soon. Thanks for watching, and please remember to like and subscribe, and follow us on Twitter @KatePhantom, and we'll see you in a few days with another episode.